Hi, I'm Kristin Cooper, Director of the Wilmington Yoga Center, and this is our wonderful assistant, Brian. And today we'd like to share with you some suggestions for how to use a block to support your yoga practice, or blocks to support your yoga practice. For this, you'll need a mat, a yoga block, and some space. A couple of the benefits of using blocks in your yoga practices are that it can help you go deeper in some of the postures that may not be available to you, especially if you're just beginning to practice. It can really help depending on your anatomical proportion and the length of your bones. So what we'll work with today are a couple of pretty familiar yoga postures: downward facing dog, or Adho Mukha Svanasana, and Parshvakonasana, or extended angle. And so what we'll do to get Brian started is we're going to have Brian come into a tabletop position on his hands and knees. And then he's going to take his hands on his blocks and spread his fingers as wide apart as they'll go. So you want to think about grounding through all 10 knuckles on your block. And you also want to create a seal between your palm and the top of the block so that not even an ant could crawl between your hand and the block. So once he has that firm foundation, he's going to tuck his tiptoes under. He's going to keep his knees bent in case there's tightness in the hamstrings. And on a slow exhale, he's just going to begin to lift his hips. And then this would be the first variation. And notice he's got a nice flat spine here. He's working to externally rotate through the shoulders, and he's still pressing down through those knuckles. So these blocks give him a couple of extra inches here. If this feels okay and you want to go a little bit deeper, you could start to try to straighten the legs. And this obviously is going to get a lot more extension through the hamstrings. You want to be careful here not to round through the back. So if you can demo that, Brian. Often this is what we see with a shorter stance. If Brian were to walk his feet forward a little bit. And so here we're losing the length. So we're going to bring Brian's feet back, and he's going to press the blocks forward as if he's sending the blocks towards the front of his mat. It's a beautiful downward dog, and then he's going to come back down into table. And then from table, we'll move into the second posture, which is Parshvakonasana, or extended angle. So Brian's going to take his right foot through. Great. Then he's going to lift his back knee into more of a lunge. He's going to find that same extension through his spine. And then when he's ready, we're going to turn this back heel down. And he's going to work to try to really ground through the outer edge of the back foot. And then when he's ready, we're going to take this right hand to the front block. We're going to move the block just to the inside of the right foot. And go ahead and extend that left arm straight up. And then he's going to take this arm over his left ear. So this is our side angle pose. So a lot of length from the tip of the finger all the way down through the foot. And again, the block is giving him a couple of extra inches here in case he was struggling to get the hand to the floor. Then to release, he can come through Warrior Two. And then we'll straighten the legs. And that's how to use blocks to support you in downward dog and extended angle. Enjoy.